A few years ago, we got a pretty cool new shooter called SPRAWL. It was fun, focused on a wall running mechanic and slow motion ability. You had a sword swipe, you could do shotgun boosting to get a high jump, fast weapon swapping. It had a cool art style. It was received fairly well, did okay on Steam with about 1,600 reviews. And, well, that was it. That was SPRAWL. I helped out a little with it before launch. That's me in the credits right there, and there's my cute little icon right there. Oh, look at me, so cute! Then, out of nowhere, we got the reveal trailer for SPRAWL ZERO, and suddenly everyone was like, fuck yeah, SPRAWL! And I'm over here going, wow, I didn't know so many people had an affinity for SPRAWL. But cool, yeah, SPRAWL ZERO, let's go! The demo comes out today, which is June 9th. I got it early, and here's what I think about it. Visually, looks great. Looks SPRAWL, which is to say it looks kinda Half-Life 2 mixed with Ghost in the Shell at points. But there's not a lot I can say because the demo is just this area. There's surely gonna be a lot more variety as it goes on. This director must love Ghost in the Shell if his game has a theme like this. The music overall is pretty badass. Fast techno, drum and bass, energetic shit that keeps you moving. It complements the action very well. You start the demo breaking off from the team that you come into the city with. You're one of the Reapers, heading out to find a recon team that your force has lost contact with. This whole opening tutorial section doubles as a lovely setup for the world you're entering. They quickly set up how intimidating your character is by showing the standard guards not even wanting contact with you.
Just stay out of his way.
And when you learn how to use your gravity hand, you do so by ripping a door straight out of the wall, crushing this poor guard to death. So we know immediately that we're playing as someone or something that has no regard for the safety of anyone below him, even if they're on the same side. It's kinda shocking actually that you do this, but you get the point right away. The tone is cold, oppressive, and nihilistic.
No. Please, just wait. Just wait.
The game has waypoints if you scan the environment, but it is only a destination. It does not tell you how to get there, so you have to look around the environment and decide where to go. When confronted by the first enemy, you're told about your gravity punch, a super powerful melee strike that is very slow and only usable when you don't have a weapon in hand. Watch the guy go boom! Here you get your first gun, and they teach you that once a gun is out of ammo, throw it with middle mouse. Then you can use the gravity hand to pick up another weapon. You can do this from quite far away. I want to take a moment to praise the idiot-proofing of this tutorial. When you pick up the first gun, it displays one bullet, because this tutorial is teaching you that after you run out of bullets, you should throw your gun. But what if the player fires the gun before the tutorial, like I did, thinking maybe I could break the boards on this door? Well, then the player would have broken the tutorial and been unable to progress. So the dev smartly makes this gun have one bullet no matter how many times you try to shoot it before the tutorial. It never goes down. Very good, I see you, Revel, I see you. You soon come across your first upgrade, Bullet Time. Consume adrenaline to activate, and enemies killed during bullet time will drop stims to replenish the adrenaline used. Bullet time stims also heal you. You cannot sprint during bullet time, it cancels it. We overhear dialogue of an entity called Silas speaking to his followers, the ones you're killing. You're told the rebels here are a group of religious fanatics and that they should be wiped out with extreme prejudice. Well, if you say so. In the next room, you see that you can gravity grab barrels, but you cannot sprint with them, making it tedious to just carry something everywhere you go, for balance reasons. Crates can be periodically found, presenting you with a weapon that's typically higher class than the ones you find dropping from enemies. Next, you learn that there are enemy squad captains that, if killed, reveal the locations of their squad members and temporarily stun them. Pretty useful so you can see enemies hiding behind cover. It's your first real moment to get a few good kills in and feel out the game's combat. At this point, I still wasn't used to interacting with everything from a distance. I was still running over to weapons by habit. I noticed I could open a crate from far away, but I still ran up to see what was inside instead of pulling it to me. Throwing barrels, crates, rocks at the enemies functions very smoothly with clear targeting. For now, there's just throwable items, but I'm sure we'll have more interactions in the full game, as we've seen in the trailer. There are more than 40 guns in the game, and the way they make it work is by allowing only one at a time. Use it, toss it, grab another, so you're always changing the way you play a little depending on what you have in hand. That's enough to take you through the first level, run around, blast everybody, throw stuff, use bullet time, there you go. Level 2 gives you a new upgrade, a bullet absorption power that sends bullets right back at the source. This is very useful against the drones, because it'll take out multiple of them, and then you can grab one of them and throw it at the other enemies. You can even take down a helicopter easily with this. So, SPRAWL ZERO is one of those games where the main fun of it comes from trying to play it as fast as possible. Well, plenty of games are like that, that's why speedrunning is so cool. But what I'm saying is that, so far I don't really feel the pressure. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty and I'm rarely ever close to death, and even if I am, it's very easy to get all my health back. And the game is very generous with adrenaline. When killing enemies during bullet time, they don't just drop stims to recharge adrenaline, you actually get a bonus straight to the adrenaline bar in this gray buffer. Exit bullet time and the bonus goes straight to you. You get so much health and adrenaline from bullet time, combat doesn't feel very challenging. There's a lot of, hey, you can do this, isn't that cool? And yes, it's cool. I do naturally fall into using it in a game like this. I played the last Sprawl pretty stylishly too, but that may not be how it is for someone else. If someone comes into SPRAWL ZERO and finds they can just sit back, snipe, bullet time, repeat, they can completely miss the fun zone of this experience. I worry about that. I think there needs to be something to disincentivize playing super lame and something to more incentivize actually interacting with the world. Maybe that stuff exists later in the game, it probably does. But I do worry about how forgiving the systems feel at the moment when picking a difficulty that sounds like it should be murdering me for playing lazy. For me, it was kinda easy to fall into an autopilot mode and treat every room the same. On repeat playthroughs, I find myself doing cooler and cooler stuff. It's fun, but the challenge is gonna be key here, and I hope it pulls through, because the game feels really good, it runs wonderfully, and you can feel the confidence behind its design, more so than Sprawl 1. I've talked to the director about this, and he said they wanted to keep the opening stages lighter and that things will definitely ramp up and they'll introduce more complex enemies that demand mastery of a variety of skills. That's great to hear. I do still have concerns about the forgiving nature of adrenaline and health refilling, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. So check out the demo, SPRAWL ZERO. This could be the best new shooter of the year.